ang daming statements, may reply nga yung official reply, yung executive department. Well, I think we made this clear already in our rejoinder at saka sinabi ko rin sa ilang interview that what we said here sa Basta Dabawenyo episode last week was yung sinabi namin, nakita namin sa Bicameral Conference Committee report na maraming pages na merong blank items. And we discussed that lengthily kasi ito naman yung magiging basis sa pag-finalize ng enrolled bill sa General Appropriations Act. But siguro mas maganda siguro kung we start with describing the entire process of the preparation of the budget para maintindihan kasi naririnig nga yung mga listeners, na mga viewers na BICAM report, GAA. So para lang maintindihan ng lahat kung ano talaga ang budget process, let us start with the budget preparation. Yung start talaga, nandito si Wendell, galing to sa DBM. So, alam na alam din ito yung procedure. Ang una talaga dyan, yung DBCC, Development Budget Coordinating Committee. It is composed by, of course, DBM, Department of Finance, NEDA, at saka Central Bank, kasama dyan. Sila yung nagsiset ng development goals. Kasi lahat naman yung ating ginagawa sa budget, naka-base yan sa Philippine Development Plan. So, meron kang Philippine Development Plan, meron ka ring medium-term development plan. Then, magtawag na ng budget call yung DBM. Yung individual agencies magpipresent yun ng kanilang budget doon sa DBM. So, they defend it sa DBM. So, pag nakumpleto na yung lahat ng agencies, ko-consolidate ng DBM yon assisted by, of course, nandiyan yung mga economic team to review, gagawa na sila nung budget proposal. Yung budget proposal na consolidated into what we call the National Expenditure Program. Yung National Expenditure Program na yan, usually, that's submitted by the President to Congress, particularly the lower house, within 30 days after the opening of session of Congress. Yung para madali matandaan, within 30 days after the SONA, kasi pag SONA, nandiyan yung Presidente. Sinasubmit yung budget. So, President submits the budget to the House of Representatives, usually the Speaker and the Secretary General receive that. Then, i-schedule yan for first reading. Yun yung tinatawag na first reading. First reading, i-refer yan ng Committee on Rules doon sa Committee on Appropriations. Yung Committee on Appropriations, yun yung in charge sa budget. That's the biggest membership sa House in terms of members sa Committee on Appropriations. And pagdating sa Committee on Appropriations, gagawa sila ng committee hearings. So, i-hearing yon yung different agencies. Walang tulugan yan. Maraming days and nights spent for that hearings. Then, after ma-defend ng different agencies yung kanilang budget, i-approve na yon ng Appropriations Committee. Then, yung Appropriations Committee, yun present na naman. Sila na naman ang mag-defend doon sa plenary. Yun yung tinatawag na second reading. Pag-approve na sa second reading, after na magawa na yung tinatawag natin na final na GAB, no? Yung GAB pala, yung first reading, may GAB na rin yun. Pero yung ma-approve mo sa with all the debates and with all the amendments, kasi second reading may amendments, gagawa ka na ng third reading copy. Okay. Yung third reading copy, yun yung i-approve for third reading ng House of Representatives. So, pagkatapos ng third reading sa House of Representatives, dadalhin naman sa Senado yon. Pagdating sa Senado, ganun din ang procedure. May first reading, i-refer sa committee, ang sa Senado, Senate Committee on Finance sa kanila. Yung Senate Committee on Finance naman, yun naman yung maghihiring. No? So the same procedure as the House of Representatives, hearing ng different agencies. Then, i-present na naman nila sa plenary ng Senate. Then, for third reading sa Senado. For third reading. So, usually, magkaiba yung version. Kung ano yung na-approve ng House at saka yung na-approve ng Senado. Hindi lang sa budget, karamihan, kahit anong batas, usually magkaiba yung version. So most especially sa budget, kasi ang haba ng budget, ang daming figures, madaming agencies. Ginagawa nun, dahil hindi pareho yung resulta, gagawa ngayon ng both houses ng conference committee. Yung House contingent, i-compose yun, i-appoint ng speaker, pero babasahin yun sa plenary. I-compose yung House contingent, then yung Senate contingent sa Bicameral Conference Committee. Then uupo yung dalawang contingent. Yung House contingent at saka yung Senate contingent, sila yung tinatawag na bicameral kasi dalawa ng Senate at saka Bicameral Conference Committee. Yung Bicameral Conference Committee, kanilang i-reconcile yung mga diferensya ng Senate at saka House version. Pag na-reconcile na at natapos na sila, i-approve nila yon at pipirmahan nilang lahat.
Okay.
Pipirmahan nila yung BICAM report. Yung BICAM report naman, ibabalik yun sa plenary. Yung plenary naman, mag-ratify. So kung ano yung napirmahan na Bicameral Conference Committee, ratified by the plenary. So hindi mo na pwedeng baguhin yun kasi ratified by the plenary. Yung ratified version ng plenary ng BICAM report, yun yung maging basis ng tinatawag na enrolled bill.
Okay.
Kasi yung enrolled bill naman yun, yung pag napirmahan na ng presidente, yun yung tinatawag na General Appropriations Act.
Yeah.
That's why, emphasize natin, importante yung produkto or Bicameral Conference Committee report because that reconciles.
Correct.
So ang issue ngayon, bakit napirmahan na may mga blanco yung Bicameral Conference Committee report? And next issue, bakit nagkaroon ng figures sa GAA? Kasi blanco yung inapprove na BICAM eh. Kita naman natin. Kita natin sa Bicameral Conference Committee report that there are 13 pages with 28 blank items. Then yung blank items na yon, magtataka ka, pagdating sa GAA, walang blank items. Wherein, yun naman ang na-agree nila, di ba? Na-agree na version. So, question, who filled in those blanks?
Correct.
Yun ang tanong. Kasi the legislative mill or legislative process stops in the ratification of the BICAM report. So, after the BICAM report, tapos na yung trabaho ng legislation. Pupunta na yon sa presidente for signature.
Correct.
So, whoever did that may have or could have usurped the power of Congress because only Congress is authorized to appropriate funds.
Correct.